Welcome to Dark Matters, True Crime, the channel where every case drags you deeper into the unknown. Hit that subscribe button and join us as we explore the darkest corners of the human mind.
Has considered the arguments made by the attorneys. The court has considered the statements made by the victims in this case. The court's going to find that the plea agreement is fair and reasonable under the circumstances. I want to acknowledge the Rusick family as well as the Watts family that showing mercy on Mr. Watts is understood, and I respect that decision to request that the district attorney not seek the death penalty in this case. And so the court is going to accept this plea bargain under the circumstances. Words that come to mind when I hear the evidence in this case are a senseless crime and the viciousness of the crime. And equally aggravating in this court's determination is the despicable act of disposing of the bodies in the manner in which they were done in this case. I've been a judicial officer now for starting my 17th year, and I could objectively say that this is perhaps the most inhumane and vicious crime that I have handled out of the thousands of cases that I have seen. And nothing less than a maximum sentence would be appropriate, and anything less than the maximum sentence would depreciate the seriousness of this offense. So the court is going to sentence Mr. Watts as follows. With regard to count number 1, murder in the first degree as it relates to Shanann Watts, the court is going to sentence you, sir, to a life sentence in the Colorado Department of Corrections, followed with no possibility of parole. And that is going to run consecutively to all but counts 3 and 4. With regard to count 2, as it relates to murder in the first degree with Bella, the court is going to sentence you to life in the Colorado Department of Corrections with no possibility of parole. With regard to count number 3, the court is going to sentence you as it relates to Celeste to life in the Colorado Department of Corrections with no possibility of parole. With regard to counts 4 and 5 relating to Bella and Celeste as a different theory of first-degree murder, the court is going to sentence you to life in the Colorado Department of Corrections, and legally those sentences must run concurrently as a different theory of first-degree murder. Recognizing the unlawful termination of pregnancy for the unborn child that has been named Nico, the court absolutely believes that the maximum sentence of 48 years would be appropriate to run consecutive to the other charges, with an additional mandatory parole period of 3 years as set forth by statute. With regard to count number 7, as it relates to tampering with a deceased body, as well as counts 8 and 9, each a class 3 felony, the court is going to impose a maximum sentence of 12 years each for those counts to run consecutively to the other counts. The court is going to order that the statutory fees be paid and court.
Imagine a life that looks perfect from the outside. A smiling family, carefully staged photographs, children laughing on the lawn, a wife posting happy pregnancy updates. To anyone scrolling through social media, Chris what seemed like the ideal husband, the devoted father. But perfection is often the mask that hides the darkest truths. Chris Watts understood appearances. He knew how to manipulate people with gestures so small they went unnoticed. A comforting hand here, a soft word there, a reassuring smile that made the world believe he was loyal, loving, and ordinary. Every post on Facebook, every conversation with friends and family, every small interaction was carefully controlled. No one saw the cracks because he hid them better than most people hide secrets. Even Sean and his wife, who loved him deeply, couldn't have imagined the reality beneath that mask. She trusted him with her life, with her heart, with their children. Friends, neighbors, colleagues, everyone assumed they knew him. He was polite, quiet, measured, the kind of man people labeled dependable. But in truth, he was a stranger in his own skin, a man capable of unimaginable betrayal. And when the moment came, the day he decided to act, every skill he had honed to manipulate perception became a tool in a dark, calculated plan. Lies were layered upon lies, performances executed flawlessly, all designed to dodge suspicion and delay the inevitable discovery of the truth. Even now, the tactics Chris Watts used continue to baffle investigators and true crime enthusiasts alike. The chilling lesson is that the most dangerous lies are the ones you never see coming. If you want to follow the full story of deception, manipulation, and murder, make sure to like, subscribe, and share to Dark Matters True Crime. The truth is coming layer by layer. The first signs that something wasn't right were subtle. A glance that lingered too long, a text ignored, a schedule that didn't add up. To outsiders, Chris Watts still looked like the devoted husband, the caring father, the quiet man who never raised his voice. But for those closest to him, the truth was beginning to ripple beneath the surface. Tiny cracks in a facade that seemed unbreakable. Sean and, exhausted from work and pregnancy, began to notice his detachment. Conversations that used to flow naturally now ended abruptly. Questions were deflected. Affection was minimal. Still, she trusted him, believing love could bridge distance, believing the man she knew could never hurt her. Friends and family sensed tension too, but the Watts household projected normalcy. Social media painted a picture of a happy, thriving family. No one suspected the darkness hiding behind the smiling photographs.
I'm home with the family, and they're excited to try the new Pro Bars, and they came in, I think, yesterday. So we have cookies and cream, and we have lemon meringue. Who wants Pro Bars?
Me.
I do.
All right, so do you guys want lemon meringue first, or do you want cookies and cream?
Cookies.
Cookies?
I want that.
You want the lemon meringue? All right, since I have this one open, let's try this one first, okay?
Cookies and cream.
And Daddy's gonna try it too.
Yeah. Are you both?
Yes, so everyone's gonna try Chris Crumb cookies and cream. All right, Bella gets cookies and cream, Cece gets cookies and cream.
Ready?
Ready?
Set.
You're the taste testers.
Yummy.
Is it yummy? What's it taste like?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. What else?
Watermelon.
Watermelon. What's it taste like, Cece?
The bit.
Chocolate?
Uh-huh.
Is it delicious?
Uh-huh.
Daddy?
Oreo wrapped with vanilla. It's nice.
Oreo wrapped in vanilla? Is it yummy, Cece? Is that good, Bella? I think they like cookies and cream. Okay, so let's try the lemon meringue. Hey, everybody. So, a little crazy over here. Cece loves the cookies and cream.
You like it?
Nothing. Good thing.
Don't mind me. It's been a long travel day yesterday. Been cleaning, regrouping today. Hey, Jen. Okay, so Chris, this is the lemon meringue. Nope, that's Daddy's. Here's yours. Wait, don't take. Wait. Here, Bella. Okay, this one's lemon meringue. It's like the pie, but better because I don't like the pie.
Ready, set, go.
Ready? Hey, Jessica.
So good.
How's that taste, Cece?
Good.
Good? Yeah? Do you like that one better?
Me too. I like it.
What's it taste like?
You like lemon meringue pie? Straight out the box.
Chris had learned to manipulate perception at a level few could detect. He cultivated charm that could disarm suspicion and even mask guilt. Coworkers described him as polite, friendly, and unassuming. Neighbors saw him mowing the lawn, walking the dog, a model of ordinary life. Every lie, every omission, every carefully controlled interaction was a brick in a wall designed to keep the truth hidden. Even those who loved him most, including his own sister, could not have imagined the magnitude of the deception. Chris Watts was already planning, already thinking several steps ahead, anticipating how each action would be interpreted. While Sean worked to nurture her family, Chris quietly orchestrated a performance that would hide the coming horror. If you're captivated by this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to Dark Matters True Crime. The lies are just beginning, and the truth is darker than anyone imagined. The day Sean disappeared, the world began to unravel, though no one knew it yet. Chris Watts put on a performance so convincing that even the most skeptical eyes were fooled. He called friends, posted messages, talked to the police. Each action a carefully choreographed act designed to keep suspicion away from himself. He was calm, measured, the picture of a worried husband. But beneath that composed exterior, the truth festered like a hidden wound, growing darker with every passing hour. Investigators would later describe the precision of his lies as almost surgical. Every story, every excuse, every interaction was crafted to manipulate perception, to control the narrative, to dodge the truth. He appeared cooperative, attentive, even anguished, a man desperate to find his missing family. Social media posts, neighborhood visits, and televised pleas created a narrative of innocence that few questioned. But the inconsistencies were there. Small slips in timelines, fleeting contradictions, and suspicious behavior planted seeds of doubt in the minds of detectives. Each day, the wall of lies he had built began to show cracks, and the truth that he had spent years hiding crept closer to the surface. Friends and family were left torn between hope and fear. Every text unanswered, every phone call unreturned, every fabricated story was a tool in Chris's arsenal. He was a man who knew exactly how to manipulate emotions, who understood how to project normalcy while orchestrating horror behind closed doors. If this story grips you, remember to like, subscribe, and share to Dark Matters True Crime. The deception is about to be exposed, and the tactics Chris Watts used to dodge the truth are more chilling than most people ever imagined. As the investigation closed in, the walls of Chris Watts' carefully constructed world began to collapse. What once seemed flawless, the smiles, the posts, the rehearsed conversations, now showed tiny fractures.
Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Ooh, ooh. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Ooh, ooh. Huh? I see picture. Say cheese. Aw, say here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Ooh, ooh. Alright, she's done.
Honey.
Yeah, yes.
I need my soda.
What's that tonight?
My soda.
You comfortable? Feel better?
Almost 7 o'clock at night. She's still going. Time for night. Good night. Good night, Cece. Love you. Good night, Cece.
Stop.
We'll give a new one. I do this. I think that's a new turtle.
This is Turtle's mommy.
Can I have it?
No, it's Cece's Turtle's mommy. We gotta find you your monkey mommy.
No.
Do you want the turtle mommy?
Well, can I have the big monkey?
Yeah, we have to find a big monkey. You don't like that turtle?
I want that turtle. I want that turtle. Yes. Can I have it? Yay. I think that's the turtle. Yay, I love this turtle.
She doesn't realize the other one's.
I want one. Mommy, this is yours.
It is.
I like it. I love it. I want it.
Pants up.
Investigators scrutinized his every move. Phone records, GPS data, inconsistencies in his statements. Each piece of evidence was a spotlight, exposing the lies he had spent so long perfecting. He had relied on one thing above all: control. Control over perception, over emotion, over the story the world believed. But control is fragile, and the cracks began to widen with every question, every forensic discovery, every anxious glance from those who refused to be deceived. Detectives began to see the pattern: the timing of his calls, the suspicious activity in his truck, the conflicting accounts of where he had been. Each contradiction was a thread, threatening to unravel the entire narrative he had spun. Chris's tactics were chillingly deliberate. He had manipulated friends, neighbors, even law enforcement, crafting a mask of normalcy while hiding the horror beneath. He had counted on empathy, on trust, on the belief that no one could imagine the truth. But the truth has a way of rising, persistent and unavoidable, and soon it became undeniable. Even in the face of mounting evidence, he maintained a composed exterior, calm, polite, seemingly cooperative. But the detectives could see through the veneer, the rehearsed words, the hollow expressions, the subtle avoidance of eye contact. The man who had fooled everyone was beginning to fool no one. If the story has gripped you so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to Dark Matters True Crime. The deception is coming apart, and the dark reality Chris what's tried so hard to hide is about to be revealed in full. The truth, when it finally emerged, was more horrifying than anyone could have imagined. Chris Watts, the husband, the father, the man who had fooled friends, family, and neighbors for so long, admitted to what no one wanted to believe. The confessions were deliberate, calculated, and chillingly devoid of remorse. He had planned, executed, and tried to hide the unthinkable, leaving a trail of deception that would haunt everyone connected to the case. Investigators pieced together a timeline that revealed the cold precision of his actions. Phone records, GPS data, and digital footprints became the evidence that shattered his lies. Each revelation painted a picture of a man who understood the art of manipulation, who had weaponized trust and normalcy to hide the darkest acts imaginable. The world finally saw Chris Watts not as the smiling husband or devoted father, but as a calculating murderer who had exploited every social expectation, every human assumption, to conceal the truth.
Chris?
You remember us?
Yes. Yes. Okay. I see it. I just put it a moment there. Good to see you.
Different.
They, get a haircut every 2 months. So just to buzz pretty much everything off and all that. So.
I'm trying to think, did you have a
Yes.
tea last time? Okay.
They have like a little single blade razor, so I just kind of, like go past the stubble. You just kind of,
Just do the best you can, huh?
they just gotta go with that.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How about you guys?
Good.
Good.
I did not expect to see this. That's for sure.
Surprised.
Yes.
Well, let me put some fears aside. We're not here for what you might think we might be here for.
Well, they didn't know what that's a computer room. I was like, I didn't know how to computer room.
Without computers.
Exactly.
So you remember, I talked to you, Tammy talked to you, Dave talked to you. We're all from Colorado. And so the last time we talked to you, it's a different situation, right? Our investigation was open and your case was open. That's completely different now. So your case is completely closed. Nothing about what we're going to talk about today has anything to do with an open investigation. So we're not here to get more charges on you or get any statements from you that are going to jam you up anymore, right? That's all done. So all of our cases are closed and the court case is closed. So there's nothing that we're going to talk about today that's going to get you in any type of trouble at all. And so that's, I wanted to make sure you knew that's not why we're here. Okay. But why we are here. So the three of us work from three different agencies, right? Quite a bit different. CBI, FBI, and Frederick PD, different goals. And the things that happened with you kind of all brought us together. And as the months have passed on since everything happened, we just keep in touch with each other and we keep talking to each other. And we've all separately kind of said, did Chris seem unique to you? And me and Tammy have talked about this, Dave and I have talked about this. Did Chris's situation seem different to you? And we keep having that conversation. We can't quite put our finger on it, right? We think that your life leading up to all the things that happened were very interesting to us. And for me personally, I don't know if you remember, but one of the last things you told me was, hey, Graham, I'm sorry that I started lying to you. And that stuck with me for the last couple months. It's ingrained in my head, right? I've never, ever worked a case like this where someone told me that ever. And so as I walked away, I thought, Chris is different. Chris is a little bit unique in that regard. So in talking with Tammy and talking with Dave, I said, what did you feel like when it all went down? When we were there, we were talking to you guys, and we all kind of, in our own different way and in our own different wording, said it all happened a bit too quick for us, right? So when we saw you last, we were talking about your family, about your parents, about everyone. And then the next thing you know, for me and Tammy and for Dave, all of a sudden some patrol officers came in and arrested you. And that was far quicker than we had hoped it would happen. And you understand why that happened, and we understand why that happened. But it left us with 1,000 questions that we didn't get to ask. And then even more importantly, I think it probably left you with 1,000 things that you didn't get to talk about with us. I don't know if you feel that way or not, but, and so that's why we're here today. We wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit more about everything, I think there's a lot of things that you didn't get to talk about. And so, that's why we're here. And it sticks with me that to this day, there's not one person that's told me, I saw it coming. I knew Chris was like that. I knew it. Not one person. So it's interesting to me, right? No, not one. So we want to talk a little bit about that. Some of the people that we work with, your family, Shanann's family, have said, if you get to talk to Chris, would you tell him something for me? So we have that to talk about today, and it's good. I think you'll like it. I think it will give you some closure. And so really that's why we're here. Are you available to talk to us?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. So off the bat, if you have any questions, just tell us.
Okay.
If there's something that you don't want to talk about, that's okay. We might press you a little bit. Okay, we might say, well, do you mind if we just maybe then ask one question? If something makes you uncomfortable, just tell us. If we need to take any bathroom breaks, we can take bathroom breaks. For anything like that. And we'll take bathroom breaks and water breaks ourselves too. So then, is there anything about your schedule today that makes it that you can't talk to us?
No, there was like a pass for this and the AM and the PM.
Okay.
They reserved the room the whole day.
Oh,
just
okay.
in case.
That's just what they do.
Okay. I didn't know if that was like two separate things or something.
I think you have to go back for lunch to get counted for or something.
Oh.
Accounted for.
Yeah, I think
11:30.
Lunch is like 11, but the count is like 1:15. So.
Okay. So in general, how is it here?
It's a lot different in Colorado.
Is it?
It's
Good or bad?
It's better, I think, because it's here. I'm actually around other people. In Colorado, it was just like I was segregated, and it was like counting on the walls on the ice cream, and just harm me
From other people?
Oh,
Really?
they're just telling me like how I should kill myself and like what they're gonna do to me and just like all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
It was today. This this is a lot different because I mean, people here don't seem to. It's not like they don't care, but it's just kind of like they don't like judge.